approach. Greg, we good? Good. All right, I want to welcome Chase Johnson into the Rocket Mortgage Classic press conference room. Congratulations on winning the John Shippen National Invitational presented by Rocket Mortgage. Can you talk a little bit about your experience this past weekend and about earning the exemption into the Rocket Mortgage Classic this weekend?
Absolutely, thank you. It was an honor to win this weekend. The course was in great shape, and I'm familiar with it because I was able to play the event last year, and I held the lead after the first round last year and wasn't able to get it done on Sunday, and so it was nice to kind of have a little bit of my revenge this year. And it was a little different with the 27 holes the first day and then the 9-hole final because of the weather, and so the final round was a little bit of a shootout, and I came out and, the mindset, if I make birdies, they won't be able to catch me. And so I birdied 3 of the first 5 holes, then lipped out for birdie, and then lipped out for an eagle, and tapped in. So I did what I had to do on that final round and stayed in the moment. And when I was walking up 9, checked the leaderboard, and I had a cushion. So that was nice. And then now we're here.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Are there any tour players you're excited to meet or see this week while you're here?
I'm familiar with some of them. I played full status on Korn Ferry, so I definitely see a lot of the familiar faces. Ricky will for always be. I don't get starstruck too easy, but he's always been one of my favorite players, and he gave me a little bit of a shout out earlier in the week, which was really cool. And I got to bond with him a couple times over during one of our fittings when I first signed with Cobra. So he's definitely one. Tony Finau has always been one of my favorite players since I was like 10, and he was playing the Junior PGA Championship in Ohio, I think. So ever since then, watching his career progress and to the elite player he is now, he's definitely a person that I would love to actually officially meet. So.
Having played the course already, what is your approach going into competition on Thursday?
No, the approach is the same as this weekend. It's a course where a lot of birdies are there to be had, and if you're able to drive the ball well, you set yourself up in position to score. And because the rough is thick and now it's going to be wet out here and with the tree lines, so get the ball in the fairway off the tee just like I did this weekend. Keep the ball below the pins and then roll in some putts. So hopefully we can just rinse and repeat from this past weekend.
Great, thank you. We'll take any questions. Go to Tony right here.
Hey, Chase, Tony Paul, Detroit News. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is the 3rd year of the Shippen, but the first year that they had a purse, you walk away with not just an exemption, but $20,000. I assume for a grinder like you, that's significant. If you could put that into perspective a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they already, this is a first-class event that we play in, and, Summer and Jason and everyone who puts on the event does an incredible job. And then Greg and a couple of the DGC members here got together and put this purse together. And in the beginning of the week, they told us, there's going to be a purse, but we're not going to tell you what it is. And so we went out and we played, and then they dropped the bomb on us at the ceremony, and that was a big surprise. That definitely helps a lot for someone who's trying to work their way back into status, and I'm very grateful for that little surprise, 100%.
Matt Sharman of Detroit News. I'm just curious, from your perspective, an event like this, the opportunity that it affords to you, how important is it? Not only for you, but other golfers, and what do you hope, I guess, this does for you in terms of maybe springboarding things for you as a player?
Absolutely. The whole point from the John Shippen is to create opportunities, and, it stems from, John Shippen himself. He basically helped pave the path that led for me to be here. And so my goal this week is to definitely take advantage of that opportunity. And when you're playing in a PGA Tour event, you have the chance to change your life, for sure. Like Nate, I'm pretty sure Nate Lashley Monday qualified in here and then won the tournament. And I know a couple other guys who have done that. So you play well for 4 days, and you can definitely change the way that you're living. And that's 100% the goal for this week.
Zevi?
Good afternoon, sir. So I know you had an amazing week, sir, winning the Mr. John Shippen Invitational, and I just want to ask, how do you feel heading into Thursday's round, sir?
Absolutely, I feel great. You know, it definitely helps having an event on the course where the actual tournament is held, and so I'm already familiar. I have a game plan that I want to execute, and I've already done it this past weekend. So when I find myself in a situation, I'll be able to recall shots that I hit under that pressure situation and think, you know, I've already done this. Let's just do it again and go ahead and knock in a couple more birdies.
Yes, sir. I know you've played this course before, sir, so are there any tricks up your sleeve, sir, for this week?
I don't think there's too many tricks to be had. You got to keep it in front of you, and we're just going to try and keep it simple. Just keep it in the fairways, keep it on the greens, below the pins, and make some putts. But no trick shots up my sleeve.
Yes, sir. And I know why you won the Mr. John Shippen Invitational, sir. It's that Puma swag.
Yes, it is. Hashtag Team Cobra, Team Puma.
Yes, sir.
You
and
know.
My last question, sir, is that, like I said before, this is a very difficult course. So if you had to have one superpower from the Marvel Comics to tackle this course, what would it be?
You got to help me out with this one. Is there anyone with like telekinesis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, as long as I can make the ball do what I want to do, I think I would have a good chance of winning. I'd hole in one every hole.
Thank you so much for your time, sir, and I wish you the best of luck this week, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We'll go right in front to Brendan and Gwen. Right, the microphone right in front. Thank you.
Hey, Chase. Remember being with you at Memorial in 2021.
Yeah, that's right.
And I wonder when you get that taste and you know, you have those 2 days there, and yeah, I think you missed the cut by one shot.
I did.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're that close, and then you have to spend that time kind of trying to get back to where you probably think you belong. What's that journey kind of like?
You have to take it in stride. During my 2020 and 21 season, between that event and other ones, I'm pretty sure I missed 10 cuts by one and 6 by two. So at that point, you just have to stay patient. And I realized that I was still kind of raw when I was out there. Like, I could will the ball in the hole, but over this last year and a half during that off time, got the body right, figured out a lot of things, and learned how to own my swing. And that's definitely going to come in handy under pressure situations. And I've seen my game trending each and every time I tee it up over the last 6-7 months, and have been close. You know, already have been able to Monday qualify into a Corn Ferry event and finished high enough to earn a spot in the following week. So the game is trending, and I've had the right mindset, and I've had the right team. You know, my parents, my mom, my dad, my fiance, and a core group of people who they know who they are, have helped keep my morale up. And, you know, I'm sleeping good at night, so that's always a good sign that what you're doing is going in the right direction.
And when you get an opportunity like this, and what's the fine line between, you know, wanting to kind of play smart, right, stay in it and have the approach you want, versus like knowing you need to make birdies just based on the history of this place and where the cut line usually falls? Like, there's a fine line between aggression versus kind of being in the moment. How do you kind of navigate that?
So, I mean, I don't know if this makes sense, but to me it does. I've always kind of taken a conservatively aggressive approach at things. So I use my length to my advantage. So I'm not going to shy away from driver. Driver is my favorite club. It's my best club. So I'm definitely going to use that to my advantage to put myself in scoring positions. But I'm also have enough trust in my putter to where I don't need to go after every single pin. Like, I can hit an aggressive shot to 15 feet away from the pin and then trust that I have the ability to make that putt. So it's a place where you need to make birdies, but I mean, even last year when Tony won, it's not like he was making 2-footers on every single hole. So you just got to put yourself in the correct positions to give yourself the best opportunity, because when you're above these pins, some of them can be dicey, but as long as you hit the right shot, you can make a longer putt without having to go pin hunting all day.
Roy?
Thank you. I'm Roy Akers, MidwestSportsScene.com. The Shippen tournament, being in Detroit, what difference would it make for players having access to the game if this was done at more stops?
I mean, that would be huge. This event is so unique in its own. Like in its 4-year history, you've seen how it's grown and the opportunity that it presents us, and now on the women's side as well, with them getting their chances. And it's nice because with the sponsor exemption, you have to go out and earn it, right? And so with more stops, it's nice because it shows who's ready at that moment to take advantage of that week, and it gives them the opportunity to do that where they might not have. You know, Monday qualifying is obviously very hard, and this is not any easier to win, but it's another opportunity, and it will definitely help throughout more stops, give players more opportunities like Shippen gave us this week.
Sure. As a real quick follow-up, whether it's you or other players in the locker room, how have they talked to say, hey, you know what, thank you for this opportunity. This is a look I might not have got otherwise. Have you heard any of that?
Yeah, I mean, all the guys, like, throughout the whole weekend and stuff, we're all fighting for the same spot, but we're also all supporting each other, and who we want to represent Shippen and, you know, Detroit and DGC and everything well. So it's like a camaraderie, even though it's an individual sport. We all want it for ourselves, but we're going to support whoever was fortunate enough to earn that spot.
Any additional questions? Oh, we have one more.
I have one last question, sir. Mm-hmm. Say if you want a really big tournament, what would be your go-to celebration meal, sir?
Oh, celebration meal? I think I got to go with Italian. I don't know, a nice little glass of wine and a good pasta dish. I think that's where I would go.
That's a good choice, sir.
Yeah. Well,
for me, I would probably have steak and a loaded baked potato, sir.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I think we can make that work.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Chase. Good luck this week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.